Welcome back to my channel for another video. So this week what I want to talk about is identifying the correct opportunity. Okay, so many times I've got traders messaging me, and quite a common kind of statement, if you like, is that they don't know when to enter a trade. Okay, now it is quite common, especially if you've not been educated. This is why it's so important to get educated. If you do not get educated, you're coming in with what approach? It's an uneducated approach, and when you have an uneducated approach in any kind of business, it doesn't matter what the industry is, how are you going to be successful? How are you going to be successful? You have to be educated. There has to be an element of education. There has to be. Most of the successful traders that have ever existed always had a mentor. They've always had a mentor at some stage, and then at some stage they broke away from that mentor and created their own path. But at one stage they had to have a mentor because the path had already been created. Okay, this is why it's important to be educated. This is why it's so important to be educated. It's worth an investment. I personally done it, as I'm sure many of you know. Z Monopoly was my mentor. Now I've moved on and I'm making my own path. Okay, you have to get educated. You must become educated. So this is a FTSE trade on the European Open, and this is about me taking the correct opportunity, the correct approach. And I wouldn't have been able to do this if I hadn't been educated, because this would have been a guess. Okay, and this was not a guess. This was not a guess. This trade was based around a specific strategy. Okay, so guys, if you haven't already done so, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And if you want to contact me, you can contact me at my Instagram, and that's sambora.00. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Get educated.
Okay, so as usual, there's my entry, that blue line there. So I've just entered my short position. So guys, basically what's happened here is we've had a massive rally, okay, a huge rally on the European Open. And what I've done is I've waited for the rally basically to run out of steam, and that's what you need to do. Okay, you must wait for it to run out of steam, and what goes up must come down. Okay, this has to come down. It was just a strong bullish movement that lasted, nearly 17 minutes thereabouts from the open. There was a number of pullbacks, but all in all, it was an extremely bullish move. And as I said, what goes up must come down. And these are the opportunities that you must identify and look for. Okay, this is a classic example of looking for the right opportunity and striking at the right time. Okay, so I'm quite happy now to hold this position. I'm quite happy to hold it. And as usual, guys, you'll see now history repeats itself time and time again. So what we're seeing is, massive candles on the bullish side, right? Look at the size of them candles. They're absolutely huge, they are. All right, so if they're huge on the way up, they have to be huge on the way back down. Yeah, they have to be the same way on the way back down. And look, this is exactly what's happening. Look at the size of this red candle, and it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. We've got some pullbacks happening here, and as usual, guys, you know what this is now at this stage. Okay, this is shorts liquidating positions, causing the price to temporarily fluctuate. And that's all it is a temporary fluctuation. This is not a price correction. This is shorts liquidating positions, and we should see some more bearish movement. Okay, we should see some more bearish movement. Now, I've not put a stop loss in here because I'm going to hold this for a little bit longer. I'm quite confident here not to put a stop loss in. Again, because it was such a bullish movement on the spike that it has to be a big sell off. It has to be. All right, and that's the reason that I'm confident here not to put in a stop loss, because there's only one way that this is going. It has to go down. It simply has to go down after such a bullish spike. Okay, so on the open, so I'm gonna hold this now for the time being, and I should hopefully get a decent result out of this now. I should get a pretty decent return, and I'm already £500 up, so I'm happy with that. But I do think that I can get more out of this, so I will hold it for now. I will definitely hold it for now, and And again, look at the size of that red candle. You know, look at the size of that red candle. Like, you know, I keep saying history repeats itself time and time again. And it does. History does repeat itself time and time again, because, you know, look what we're looking at here. You know, it's the same things. It's the same things over and over again. Now, there is a bit of support there being rejected. You can see that. But, you know, I don't expect this to go bullish. I do expect it to go bearish. So there is a little bit of support there, and it is being rejected. But again, I'm going to hold this for now, because I do believe that we're going to have some more bearish movement. But having said that, I will be ready to liquidate my position if it starts to reverse on me. But I don't think that it will. I really don't think that it will. It's a decent pullback there now, but I do expect to see these bearish movements coming in again. Let's just wait and see now. I might, you know, see at the end of the day, if it goes past that second green candle from the top, that's where I would potentially look to liquidate my position, because it could potentially be reversing. But for the moment, I'll kind of stay where I am for the moment. As long as it doesn't stay above where it is now, you know, if it hangs around there for a long period of time, I would actually just liquidate my position. But you can see now it was rejected. Did you see that? That was rejected, and it's came back down again. So as long as we're where we are at the moment, i.e. that second green candle from the top, as long as it's in that range, I am happy to stay on this position and to hold it for longer. So let me see. So we might not get that much more out of this, but I do believe there is a few more bearish. There is a few more bearish movements that should take place. Okay, they should take place. Now, there is support is being breached there. Can you see that? And it was rejected a number of times, but it just plowed through that support level there. Did you see that? There was a rejection. Oh, look at this. Look at this. As I said, guys, when you've got such big bullish movements, big green candles, it has to be the same on the other side. So look, £1,000. I'm going to take this now, I think. Again, I always say, guys, you cannot be greedy. You've got to take what the market is giving you. So I am going to take that. So I'm going to liquidate this position now. I'm happy with that, £1,000.
So there you have it, £1,000 on the FTSE. Guys, this is why it's important that you have to have the correct approach. You have to have the correct approach so that you can identify the opportunities when they arise. Okay, so again, my trade today was based on price action. That was my entry, but my overall trade was based on my patterns. And again, it's about identifying these opportunities. You know, I keep saying it, history repeats itself time and time again. Okay, but you have to know what that data looks like. You have to know what the data looks like in order to be able to recognize, you know, the historical data, you know, repeating itself over and over again. So hope you enjoyed this week's video. It was a nice return, very nice return. If you haven't already done so, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And if you want to contact me, you can contact me at my Instagram, and that's sambora.00. Have a good weekend. And start next week green.